Hello Libra, this is your 2023 Psychic Insight and Guidance. I hope you're all doing well. I hope if you are listening after New Year's that you had a great Christmas and New Year's, and if before, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This is going to be a big changeable year for you. You are the sign of balance, and I feel like some things are going to become unbalanced or imbalanced, but this will create a new kind of balance. Um, yes, just like the trainers. I'm just seeing this kind of massive upheaval this year, a massive turnaround, and things being juggled around and then being put back into place. There will be things that unfold from the beginning of the year right through to December, and it's going to be a little bit like a detective following clues and putting all the evidence together. This is about expansion, and for some, going to extreme to bring things back to a normal place or pace. There's a strong spiritual vibration around, and many will be drawn to spiritual projects, ways of life. I'm seeing a lot of running, a lot of physical fitness going on as well. People feeling they've got to let off steam, having to, run off their stress, run off their woes. Maybe the London Marathon calls or some marathon. This does feel like a year of divine timing, though. Things will be set in place, and there will be certain corners to go around, and new directions which will appear when they are meant to appear. I feel there is no force that is needed this year for Librans out there. It's about being completely in the flow. And even though you're an air sign, it's like floating through the air, but also being connected with the water at the same time. I do see some really powerful moon energy around, which you will be affected by, and some so much so it will create some major changes around those times. More details will be shown, and they will come through changes of direction. Okay, so if you are prepared to make the change, you will be given what you need to take the next path forwards or to take a different path forwards. I just feel some things are going to be very creative for some of you. You may find you start opening up your creative side more, expanding on that side. I'm seeing a lot of painting, artistry, things being, great big pieces hung on the wall, people kind of expressing themselves in a really big way, not just little tiny things. It's not like they're going to start, if you've never painted before or done anything creative, you start really small. It's like, no, I'm just going to go all out, and I'm just going to connect with my art, my creative side on this, really high vibration. Many people already, it doesn't matter what sign you are, have been connected with art. I've watched it, how some of just, even myself, have gone from never painting a picture in their life to making it their profession, and just going towards it, even if, it wasn't part of their spiritual life. There is, I feel, better finances in April, and May, things may calm down when there has been a dispute at the beginning of the year. So if there is a major disagreement that you have with somebody, or you feel in disagreement with a situation, I feel it will calm down in May. But April will bring some much needed funds to some, and I feel if you're looking to put a deposit down on a house, that will be the time to do it. There tends to be quite a lot of luck around that time, and I'm seeing forms being filled and documents and legal papers being signed, and it being very lucky. There seems to be, as I'm saying, things changing around, this major change and shift this year, that it will shift a lot of restrictions. So you could have felt moving into 2023 that nothing was going to change at all. And then all of a sudden it's free. You're free of anything. You're free of burden. You're free of struggle. Maybe you heal after a difficult illness, that suddenly you're free of debt, or, you're free of a responsibility. and it just changes. It's almost like it's just going to change dramatically overnight. There's going to be some important missing information that comes in though, middle of the year down towards October time. It's like little bits of that puzzle are going to fall into place if you know you're working on something, a project, if you're trying to work out why someone's behaving a certain way or why things are changing. You will start finding the information as it comes. It feels like it's really going to be given to you specifically as well. Again, everything's set up. That's what I'm being told. Spirit's saying it's all set up for you to get things right. So if something changes dramatically, it's exactly the right time. You know, this is a really, really divine year. There's going to be one very important door opening down towards November, December time, and it will come in just at the right time. Things will move very, very forwards. The latter, at great speed of the latter part of the year, but around May time there will be things will start cropping up, like seeds starting to sprout, stalks, stems, leaves, you know, that you of ideas maybe that you thought were never going to be possible. They'll start coming up around May. You could meet some really distinguished people as well, or what I call high level, high profile people during the times in August and September. If you're looking to network, that would be a great time to do it. I'm kind of seeing some big events coming up, big occasions where you can kind of mingle, you know, with maybe the rich and famous, I don't know. Maybe you're just going to go to Universal Studios and then you go and you meet lots of people. That just happens to be somebody sitting, you would be the best connection you could make. You know, in your favourite restaurant where nobody comes in, you know, it's not frequented by the rich and famous, but that particular night you are there. Know that so much will be fated next year. There will be coming and going. There will be what I call the changing of the guard, you know, different points of view, different opinions coming in. It's like at some point you might feel like it's a bit of a mishmash and you don't know what you're doing, and then suddenly you're back on your feet and suddenly everything's free and everything's clear. So lots and lots of changes this 2023, and I feel like it's going to be important because it's creating a really strong foundation for the next 20 years to come, if you have 20 years left. But you know, it's things are being put in order so that you can really, really grow some strong, you know, stronger aspects of your life, and you can really bring in some big successes. So keep positive, even with the big changes. Know that it's all been set up way ahead of your time. And it's kind of like you've been waiting. It's like the world or your life cycle has been revolving and revolving and revolving until they come to a stop, and here it is, you know. And this is the kind of almost the beginning point. Even if you've been living for 40 years, this is kind of like the beginning of the beginning. So have a great New Year and Christmas if you haven't already had it and you're listening to this vlog. And if not, I wish you lots of love and blessings for the new year and the year coming in. And I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.